Hello, friends. This is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin, and we're going to take a look at ADA Cardano as well. But first, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Excuse me. We're still in the consolidation range up here, right? Today is Thursday, the 13th of July. We're still in consolidation, but we're having a nice candle pushing higher. This is exactly what we needed. Reason is that we're down here in a very low volatility situation. So we just turned blue. Okay, this is significant. We just turned blue down here on the volatility indicator, but our volatility is still low, 3.59. So we need to get above 10 if we're going to be pushing higher and breaking out about above this range. Currently, the upper resistance 31,147. If we're going to go higher, we need to push above 10 on volatility here. So we have a bit of a ways to go, but we're looking like we're starting to break down here. And so it's good to see that there's a little bit of an adjustment in price, a little bit of buying coming in right here. You can see this candle right here coming in. See? Um, excuse me, but we need to be careful. Right now, this is low volatility, or excuse me, low volume. Volume's not really all that impressive. You can see down here we're still in the low volume area. So we need to have much more volume here if we're going to break out. The breakout could be coming soon because if you look back in the history here not very long ago, let's move the chart over here. We can see here that there is on this volatility indicator, this volatility tool, which is part of the Cryptonian suite. You can see here that it turned blue right about here, okay? And so right at this point, you see that's when we began the next push higher. And we reached about 30,500 at that time. And so that's still the area that we're wrestling with. We're not very much higher than that. But the difference is we're consolidating above this line now, which is the consolidation, or excuse me, the support line is 29,835. 29,835. If we lose 29,835 on a daily closing basis, that's going to be a problem. At that point in time, we'll probably come down to 28,969, or possibly even down here, where that would be actually more likely we would come down to about 28,186. 28,186, right? And so what we want to see is back here, you can see that we went into a blue phase, right, of the volatility line. The yellow, excuse me, the orange line is just the average, right? So the yellow and blue is the volatility line. We went up into volatility very quickly, very fast. Problem is you see here we barely got above the consolidation level of 10, volatility 10, and so it it's not it was not a sustained move, right? It wasn't a slower, steady, volume driven uh, pace, right? Trying to go for another high. As you can see, we had a lower volume amount here, and so we really didn't hold it. It was just kind of a liquidity grab before going lower. You can see here the move was pretty much over in this area here, okay? And then here, this was a liquidity grab, so the large players can exit, and then they came right back down. And so this may be kind of what we're seeing here, right? We turned blue, and now what we need to see is we need to see a sustained move here that breaks above 31,234. If we can break above 31,234, actually I'd say 31,520, because that's a previous high of resistance. Then I would say we're looking good, right? That's actually kind of where we were rejected pretty hard here at this level. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. We could be making a move here. It looks like a move that is moving quickly. The velocity on this is a pretty strong move. So where could this go? Where could this go if we do break above that area? Well, as we talked about before, this move here, let me take this tool here. This move when we broke higher was about 9%, right? So if we move too fast, hard and fast, and it's a liquidity grab, then you're looking about 8 to 10%. So from that, let's see here, that would be from here, okay? So 8 to 10%, let's give it 10%. Let's be generous. 33,500, that's kind of where it could go. And then what would be interesting to see is if we break above that, if we break above that, go up to 33,500, and then come back down and make this into support, right? What we don't want to see is just kind of a rejection rollover and fade down. Then that kind of changes things a little bit. Not a lot, because it's not going to be a trend change until we break this lower resistance or lower support line. But yeah, we're just kind of playing between these two Fibonacci levels right now. Okay, going sideways in range. And you can see it's already kind of starting to pull back here a little bit. So is this going to be strong enough to push through? Not really sure. We'll just have to wait and see. But when we take a look at all of our stats right here, you can see that everything here is green, right? RSI 62, that's relatively strong, not overly aggressive in strength, but 62 is, you can go as high in crypto as high as in the 80s and 90s if you have an aggressive move to the upside. So RSI is 62, EMA bullish. You can see that we're bouncing off. We actually came down, had a bounce here and pushed back up, and that's why our trend is flipping bullish again. But here's the issue. Here's the issue. This is a very quick move. Today is Thursday. It's just kind of a quick little move to the upside. It has to be sustained. It has to be sustained and break above our resistance area to make any progress. And we've got to have a sustained move where it's going to pull our volatility up out of this area below 10. Right now, volatility is only 3.63. Everything's bullish except for one thing. Look at this, contraction right here. What does contraction mean? Well, contraction means that we're under the moving average, okay? And the big moves, and I'll show you here, the big moves come, the strong moves come when there are an expansion flip, right? So an expansion is when the volatility line moves above the moving average, and so you have a strong move to the upside, right? Like so, and then it rounds off and your move is over, and then it comes right back down. See? So that's what we need to see. We need to see essentially a move above this moving average here, and it may take a little bit more time just going sideways here before this moving average is down and starts flattening out, right? And that's kind of what happened here. The moving average got down to about 10 or 9, and then that's when that's when the bulls made their move and pushed higher. Now, this was not a sustained move. We ran right into resistance, and that's the same resistance that we are struggling with right now, I would say, and or playing with, putting pressure on. And so maybe a little bit more time to the side, and then that would give time for our moving averages that are under here, under the price, to come up, and then that would give support and a push for price to go higher, a support for price to go higher. And then it's up to the bulls to do their thing, right? It's up to the buyers to step in and have a risk-on mentality and buy it up and push it higher. Now, this is going to take larger players. Generally, retail does not have enough buying power to, I should say, coordinated buying power, unless there's some big news or something like that. Usually, just regular buying and selling from retail doesn't produce real big massive moves like we've seen in the past. The push higher like this, when you have a level change, that is institutional money. Something like this. This right here, this move, that's institutional money. This move, institutional money, or whales pushing things higher. That's what that is, okay? Uh, Retail without any big catalyst probably won't do much. They can go short distances on the chart, but you're not going to see these massive moves. So again, our point here of liquidity, a lot of trading occurring at this level down here by the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci, 28,275. So this is kind of, if we get rejected, this is going to be the area to pay attention to. But again, I think we're just going to go sideways a little bit longer until we get in striking distance of that moving average, and so we can have a very strong impulse or stronger impulse to the upside. So it just depends on how strong this area is, and how strong the bears are in that area, and their shorting, and how much supply that they put on the market, right? So that is Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. Ethereum up 3.1% so far. Yeah, and see, you can see that we had, actually, wow, this did a lot of good for Ethereum. All right, so this answers a question for Ethereum here. Let me go ahead and get my marker out, and then I will show you what I see. Right here, this move, this is a decent move right here. Volatility is 7.3, still not enough to break us above this this resistance line into a new trend, but it's not bad. So what this means is, this means that the bulls are, at this point, they're willing to buy at these levels at an amount that will help Ethereum consolidate sideways, and that's what we're seeing. This fib area right here. This is the fib at 1,818, and that's providing support. And actually, we broke above this one. We just need to test the next one higher, which is 18,070, or excuse me, 1,870, I think. Let me see. 1,877. Okay. So this shows that this is going to be sideways consolidation, just like Bitcoin consolidating sideways. This is what Ethereum is trying to do. And again, here we see it's turning blue, which is good, and we want it to stay blue. And here's our moving average line on volatility coming down. And so what we want is, we want this to stay blue and slowly rise up above 10, the level of 10, the rating of 10 volatility here, and we want it to stay green. And then that would be enough to bring us higher, possibly into a new range, right? Probably a breakout from this level here. Breakout level is currently 1,960, and then if that's the case, then most likely we could or would go to, let's see, let's see, 1992, roughly 2,000. If we can get past 2,000, then most likely we would be going possibly to the top of the channel, which would be 2143, 2143 on the daily chart. Okay, so that's why I love this indicator, right? This is a proprietary indicator. The way I set it up, I coded it myself, and it's visually, it gives visual cues. It's visually helpful when you're assessing volatility. And not only that, it gives you the trend of volatility here, okay, and it also gives you the inflection points, the reversal points, right? So whenever you have a move, like here we had a move in yellow coming down, and now it turned color to blue. And so you can see here that this move, when the background turned white, this was a move higher. So essentially you had a move when it was blue from here to here, and then you could see that it changed direction. It turned yellow, and that's a reversal color, and then it came right back down here, and then it went sideways. Okay, and so that sets you up for the next move. And so I love this because it shows you where the reversal is on volatility, because the reason why we're not pushing higher and that we're not up here at 2,200 yet or 2,100 yet is because this right here, we're in contraction. Volatility is contracting, and that means that we're going in the opposite direction of the impulsive move when the background changed color. And that was when the background changed color, that impulsive move was to the upside. And then now the reversal of that, turning yellow, and contraction would be a reversal of that coming back down. So we had expansion in this move and contraction in this move. Now, hopefully, if we can do a little bit of this, we can break out in expansion with power. That's going to be a nice move to the upside, a breakout, so to speak, right? So that is Ethereum to the downside. If we cannot break, let's see, if we cannot break out, if we don't break out above 1960, which is right up here, then your downside support is going to be right here at 1827. And then if we break lower, if we break that, then the next significant area is going to be 1750 in that area, and possibly even below that. However, this is where your 200 moving average is on the daily, so I think that's probably going to hold. Although, you know, when you look at it, it didn't hold here, so so yeah, okay, so support, if we break down 1750 to, let's see, 1680, something like that. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's it for Ethereum. Let's take a look at Cardano. I want to see Cardano here. Cardano looked like it was moving up a little bit as well, and kind of in a position for a breakout. Let's see what Cardano is doing. Okay, so Cardano, one day. Yep, here we go. Okay, Cardano, we do have a breakout on an ascending wedge. Here is the support here on the price action, and here's the resistance on the price action. And we do have a nice move to the upside. We have a breakout, guys. So this is significant for Cardano. We are up against a Fibonacci level here at 30.9 cents. And this is also the 50 moving average. Now, I'm not saying that this is a trend reversal as far as the larger macro trend, because you can see it's not, right? This was your trend, and then this was your correction, right? So the question is, how far can this go? Well, when we take a look at the range, let's take a look at the range here. Okay, so our range basically is, let me go ahead and move this over so we can have a more objective, there we go. Okay, so our range here is from here to here, right? And then we came down, we lost the golden pocket and came all the way down, right? So then the new range here is this range right here. This is your new range. And so where could this price go? If we go to the zero point 0.5 fib, which is a common place of retracement, 34 cents on this breakout, 34 cents. Um, but we have to hold this breakout, okay? Uh, the next level is 36.9 cents, 37 cents, something like that. And that is your, the reason why I say that is this is your golden pocket. This is a very common retracement level, especially when you have a move from here to here. The retracement is 0.6, or the golden pocket Fibonacci, which is right here. Okay, so we have a little ways to go. What we do want to see is, let's take a look at our volatility. Yeah, see, this is confirming the move. Volatility 12.58. You're above 10, so you're out of this. You just glanced, you just went into sideways consolidation here, and then you had a nice significant move to the upside here. So we are now, if we can hang on to this, we are now breaking out of this ascending triangle. This is a bullish formation. And it really kind of depends on Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is going to break out as well. If Bitcoin has a nice breakout, then of course we could probably go to 34 cents and then to 36.9, 37 cents. 34 to 37 cents is the target for this breakout. If this is a breakout that holds, we have to have a daily closure above this breakout line here. Breakout line is 30 cents. We have to stay above 30 cents on the breakout on a pullback, and then go higher from there. So we've got a breakout depending on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin breaks out as well, then Cardano will continue with Bitcoin. That's a very fast breakout, so we want to slow down and hang on to the gains here, and that's going to bring this volatility meter or indicator up out of the consolidation area and into an extended move, right? If we can pull back to a higher low, continuing to make higher highs, higher lows, and a steady march higher, then what's going to happen is it's going to kick off a new trend on the volatility, and we're going to go into strength. Now you can see here we had a move down, and I'll show you how effective this is, how powerful this is. We had a move down here, right? We lost this area of consolidation here, and then we broke down to the downside, which was bearish. Now this was a bearish move. We went from consolidation area. See, all of this was right above the consolidation line, and then below it here. So all of this was just basically consolidation price action. And then when the volatility line moved above the moving average, boom, you have your move. And this time it was to the downside. We had a strong move. See how strong that move is? And so that strong move then reversed right here on this candle, because the blue line turned yellow. See how that works? The blue line here turned yellow, and that's your signal for reversal. The move is over when it turns yellow. And then that's exactly what happened. We had a retracement taking place here, and now we have a break higher. So that's kind of where we're at. So it looks like we're in like a possibly large zone here. Could be a double bottom here. This is very significant. Could be a double bottom on the daily. And so this could be a change in direction for the time being for Cardano. And then if we do have Bitcoin and Ethereum continuing in a bullish fashion without reversing, if this truly is a bull market, then ADA will go higher, right? So this was a great area to buy, great place to buy here. and then now we have to hold the breakout. If this breakout holds, then you can expect anywhere from 34 to 37 before resistance, right? So that would be your short-term take profit. Long-term, you just kind of want to average in, right? So there you have it, friends. The video is the video is a little bit long, so what I'll do is I'll stop the video here. Thank you so much, friends, for watching. Appreciate your time. Please do me a favor, click like and also subscribe. That will tell the YouTube algorithm that you enjoy my content. You'll get future updates with future videos. You'll be able to see what the Cryptonian suite, the indicators and the tools here for analysis, you can see what they can do. And this is part of it here. And so it's a great indicator. I love it. That's one of my favorites right now. So you can see more of that in action. And actually, let's take a look. Well, okay, that'll be for another video. So anyway, very good. So hopefully you're in position. Hopefully you did buy this here, this consolidation ascending triangle bullish setup. And we will talk to you in the next video. Thank you for your time. See you later.